Chapter 15. The Ghost Run. The desert night was cold and absolute. 3 hours after the lockdown, the initial flurry of military activity had settled into the quiet, efficient hum of a secured operation. Searchlights swept across the sand in lazy, overlapping arcs. Inside their quarters, Kalen moved to the window, peering through a slit in the blinds. The main patrol sweeps the southern perimeter every 15 minutes, she whispered. The generator hub is their blind spot. That's our window. Window for what? Ben asked, his voice a tense whisper. Kalen, we're trapped. There are armed guards every 50 feet. Kalen turned from the window, a fierce, predatory grin on her face. Ben, you run a lab. I run a multi-billion-dollar corporation that operates in politically unstable regions. Did you really think I wouldn't have a contingency plan? She pulled a small, flat device from a hidden pocket in her boot. It looked like a simple power bank. This is a ghost router. It has one purpose: to send a single, encrypted, preset signal to a single recipient. She pressed a small, recessed button. A tiny blue light blinked once, then went dark. Signal sent. To who? Inara asked. Inanna asked. To a friend, Kalen said. An asset I keep on retainer for situations just like this. He's a local, knows the desert better than the scorpions do. His instructions are simple. If he ever gets this signal, it means we need a ride. And a distraction. An hour passed when suddenly the lights in their quarters dimmed and went out. Shouts rang out from outside, accompanied by the thudding of hurried footsteps. They glanced through the window and noticed sparks flying from the main generator hub 200 yards in the distance. Half of the camp was plunged into darkness. That's our distraction, Kalen said, her voice low and urgent. Let's move. She guided them through a back exit, and Rostova, her silent and imposing head of security, emerged like a shadow from the building's side to accompany them. The following 10 minutes showcased an expert display of stealth. Kalen and Rostova moved with a fluid, predatory elegance, ushering the two academics from one dark spot to another. Ben's heart pounded in his chest, each crunch of sand beneath his feet sounding as loud as a cannon shot. He tightly held onto the duffel bag that contained his laptop with all the logs from this seized dig site. They arrived at the southern boundary, where a towering barrier of razor wire stretched above them. Rostova swiftly got to work, pulling out a pair of specialized cutters. With two quiet yet forceful snips, she opened a space just wide enough for them to slip through. They were out. But they were in the middle of a vast, empty desert. What's next? Ben gasped, his eyes sweeping across the horizon. As if on cue, a pair of faint headlights appeared in the distance, bouncing through the dunes. It wasn't a military vehicle. It was an old, beat-up Land Cruiser, its engine a low rumble. It slid to a stop beside them, and the driver's door opened. A man with a weathered face and a thick gray beard nodded at Kalen. You're lit, he said in heavily accented English, his voice like gravel. The hospitality was too good to leave, Omar, Kalen replied, tossing her bag in the back. Get us out of here. They climbed into the truck, the scent of dust and aged leather enveloping them. Omar stuffed the GPS tracker into the glove compartment, switched off the headlights, and navigated by starlight alone. The truck became an untraceable silhouette moving through the dark desert night. Ben glanced back over his shoulder, watching until the captured dig site became nothing more than a faint, mocking glow on the horizon. A profound sense of loss, sharp and almost tangible, constricted his chest like an iron vice. That small patch of desert wasn't merely a location, it was a sanctuary, a sacred refuge. It was a place where the universe had unfurled its secrets to him, where the Sentinel had whispered its ancient wisdom, where the ethereal shadows of his ancestors had tread softly through history. Now it lay desecrated, a tomb in the clutches of his adversaries. A wave of despair surged over him like a dark tide. They'd stripped the knowledge from his visions, yet Vanguard possessed the ship, and the stone, the singular, tangible key to unlocking it all, had vanished. He was a torchbearer, left with nothing to ignite in the encroaching darkness.